Tokyo Central in Yorba Linda. So I walked in, right, and it just looked like your typical Japanese grocery store. There was a bar there. It was a very nice bar. Oh my. So I've been to other Tokyo Centrals, but I've never seen one with a bar inside. Then again, I don't really go out that much, so. And then I walked into the restroom. There was even a sink that also dried your hands at the same time. I've never seen that before. Put my hands down there, as usual, for the water, and then on the sides there was the dryer. We're in the future, guys. We're in the future. So the other day, a friend of mine was opening up to me about her past and how her mother would always compare her to other kids that are doing really well. She's been compared her whole life that it's affecting her so bad to this day. She even admitted the reason why I'm so insecure is because my mom just keeps comparing me to other kids. And I couldn't help but notice that she was still using that past as an excuse. Not to say that it's wrong for her to feel the way she does. It's never wrong to feel something from the past is holding you back, or if it makes you angry, if it still makes you sad. All of that is perfectly normal, but I feel that if you can recognize that, you can always change that at any time. And I know it's very difficult to realize that at first. The moment you're able to recognize the roots of your problem, like the roots of your insecurity, that's the moment that you're able to do something about it. You just need to actively do something about it, as if you were to enforce it as a new positive habit. So in order to overcome insecurities that stem from the past, like in this scenario, for her, she's suffering from the thought of being compared to other people by other people. To overcome that kind of insecurity, you simply need to have more confidence in yourself. And like I've been talking about in all my other vlogs, there's many ways to gain and give yourself confidence. And I like to believe that believing in yourself is the best way to build that confidence and overcome those kinds of insecurities. So in order to build that confidence, it really helps to understand who you're being compared to and why. Why are you being compared to this person? Depending on who's comparing it, it really depends on their opinion on why they're comparing in the first place. And that has no power over you, first of all. Second, you must realize the person that you're being compared to, that this person is not better and is not lesser than you. So there is no such thing as someone being better or less than you. And what she was saying was, I feel that people are actually better or worse than each other depending on how much skill they have or depending on how much talent they have. But it's not true, because when you think about it realistically, it's simply that everyone has their own story. Everyone goes through life their own way in different ways. They could be suffering many different kinds of problems that you haven't suffered. They could be also going through the same parental kind of problems. They could simply be living life easier because their parents could afford it, and they're able to study even longer for skills and talents that they've probably taken years to build. So what I'm trying to say is, everyone's life circumstance is different. It makes everyone special and unique, but that is the difference between not actually being better or less than someone. It's just simply that they are different and they have had different life experiences. And that's what I was trying to help her understand. It's not that anyone's better or worse than you. Yes, they may have a higher level of skill and talent than you, but that has nothing to do with them being better than you, because realistically, no one's better or worse than you. Everyone's the same, and everyone's just going through life their own way. And if she was feeling in lack of her skill and talent, I was saying that you could always build and work hard towards what you want to achieve, towards the skills that you want to level up, towards the talents that you want to hope to gain. All of that takes hard work. no matter what your situation. And it just so happens that the people with a better living situation can attain that at such a young age that it's simple for them. But that still has nothing to do with people being better than you or being worse than you. And I hope that helps, because when you realize that there's no one better or worse than you, then you have no more reason to be compared to. At least you shouldn't compare yourself to anyone else. You might have parents or friends that may compare. That just means that they don't know any better. And it's also not fair. It's not fair when they do it, but it's especially not fair when you compare yourself to other people. Instead, acknowledge that people come from different backgrounds. Everyone has a different lifestyle, and so do you. You should appreciate where you've come from, how far you've come, and what you've actually accomplished. You should acknowledge the skills and the talents that you've worked so hard to develop at this point, and realize that there are many people out there that haven't gotten to the level that you have, and probably admire you the same way that you admire someone else. As a matter of fact, they might feel bad by comparing themselves to you. It's all a matter of perspective. And the moment you can see that, the moment you realize that you shouldn't and you don't need to compare yourself because there's no reason to, and when you shift that focus to your actual abilities, your talents, and that everyone else is just living their own life, going through their own journey, when you can acknowledge that, that will set you free. That will set you free from the comparison of others. That will give you more confidence in yourself, truly, because you're better understanding who you are, where you come from, and where others have come from. And as unfortunate as it is for, circumstances where parents compare you or your friends compare you, that's out of our control. But it's the same concept where once you can realize it, where the problem started. When you can catch that, that's the moment you can change it. That's the moment you can give yourself power, that you can level up into a new, higher level. You can go to a higher level. So I hope that helps.